Today I'm going to show you how to create these 3D ribbons, and they're quite basic. They're easy to do. You can have them as thick as you want, as spaced out as you want, any color, and rotated however you want. And so let's start just by creating a new document, Control N, and it doesn't really matter what size, I'm just doing a print document. Let's first start by creating the ribbons. So we'll just use the rectangle tool and we'll draw out a thin rectangle. You can make it as thick as you want depending on how thick the ribbon is. Now we'll give it a color. I'm going to make it blue, and I'll get rid of the stroke. Now we're going to have to create multiple ribbons, and to do that we select this one, hold down shift while you drag it down, and also alt, so when you let go it creates a new, copies that shape. And depending on how low you put it, the bigger the spacing will be with the ribbon. I'm going to put it around here, and then I'm going to press Control D a couple of times to repeat this. Now we're going to use this direct selection tool to select the anchor points on this side, and selecting one we're going to drag up, holding down shift until it touches the top of the upper ribbon, if that makes sense. I'll show you what I mean. Just to show what I meant, I'm just going to create a rectangle. Oops. And I'll just give that a stroke and remove the fill. I might make it a little bit thicker so you can see. The top of the ribbon here, when there's a straight line, should end with the bottom of the ribbon, if that makes sense. Okay, now let's select this all and drag it into the symbols panel, let go, and we're just going to turn this to a graphic. You can give it a name if you want, and we don't need this anymore, so we'll just delete it. Let's create a circle. You can make it whatever color you want, you're not going to see this, and you can make it as big or as small as you want. Let's go to Effect, 3D, and Extrude and Bevel. Now this is going to be the cylinder that the ribbon wraps around. So let's go to Preview. Firstly, I'm just going to remove the degrees here and here, but I'll just leave this at the default 18 for now. We're going to make this a lot longer, and now we can adjust it. Don't worry too much about this step because we can make further adjustments later. Now let's click on Map Art and go to the third surface. This is the long rectangular surface, and up here we're going to select the symbol we just created. What you're also going to need to do is click Shade Artwork and Invisible Geometry. Now we're going to have to rotate this slightly so this part of the ribbon attaches to this part of the ribbon. If this attaches to this part, you're just going to get loops, if that makes sense. Let's just rotate it. So as I was saying, if you push it here, you're just going to get these circles. So we're just going to move it, rotate it down to about here-ish. You might want to click OK just to see. That's aligned pretty good, but we might want to adjust it a little bit more. Okay, that is pretty good. Now you can move this around just by going back into here, going to Preview, and just moving around this cube. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Do try this out, and do try different colors and different sizes and spacing. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.